Can you tell everyone kind of what made you join our VIB club, our members club? What was it that sort of pulled you into joining?
Well, first and foremost, I found out about Smashing the Glass because I was going to get married initially in England, and you guys were had suggested one of the venues that I was going to get. One of the venues I was going to get married at had you guys as basically a link. And that's how I found out about you guys initially.
Yeah.
So I started following, and I just, all the good information that I was getting from the blog and from the site, and from you, I was like, this is really great. And then I saw the offer for the VIB club to come up, and I'll be very honest, the first thing I absolutely loved was the little bag that said Smashed It.
Ouch.
Amazing. I love that.
You know what? I've just seen every wedding that's submitted, beautiful, beautiful weddings, and then these glasses are in these like horrendous velvet pouches, or worse still, like just a napkin or some foil. And I just thought, we need to change this. We need these stylish pouches. So yeah, every member gets one of these. They're exclusive for the club.
And saying Smashed It or Smash is actually kind of like a personal joke between my fiance and I. So I was like, this is beyond perfect. So that's what drew me in. And then from there, it was kind of just like, this is one of the best things I've joined since I've gotten engaged. I mean, there are so many blogs out there. And truthfully, I don't do a lot of social media per se. I follow stuff. But for whatever reason, I've become oddly obsessed with a lot of these like brides to brides groups and whatnot.
Yes.
And then I came onto it, but there's a lot of useless information on them,
and it sift through everything. And who has got time for that?
I mean, there's ancillary, tertiary information. It's just not. It's not useful for me. Yes. Whereas everything I came across on Smashing the Glass and the VIB Club was so useful. I mean, I've applied so many of the tips and tricks and everything that you've discussed or talked about. To my actual wedding planning and to, the everything that goes along with that. So it's been priceless for me thus far.
What we try to do in the club is kind of curate just the stuff that you need to know about. And also the other thing, which I don't know if you've taken too much advantage of, but I know a lot of the other members have, is like if anything's on your mind at any point to do like a particular weird family dilemma or random or inconsequential or very consequential, you can kind of, ask the question and we'll always want to help and solve the problem ultimately. So, but you've been very gentle using that element.
I have. Well, I think the first real deep dive, though, I think was when you were discussing, the actual programs.
Yes.
And when I was actually on that live chat, yes. And I mean, just the idea of doing the program with, doing a bag, so you yes. could actually, throw it like as the sachet and bag in one. Yeah. I was like, I love a twofer. That's perfect. So I loved that.
Yeah. Oh no, I love the creative ideas. It's such a big one. Have all the traditions and make it about you and your fiance, but what can you bring out to make it like a one-off experience for your guests that they can walk in and say, this is so them, this is their wedding. So yeah, so that's one of the masterclasses that you enjoyed, the wedding programs. So yeah, every week we do these masterclasses. It's me sometimes, but sometimes it's like wedding experts. I'm a kind of curator of content and knowledge, but I'm not always the expert on stuff. So we have Ask the Rabbi, where we have an amazing one American rabbi, one UK rabbi. I don't know if you've enjoyed that, but yeah, we have hopefully everything to be able to help you with anything that's on your mind.
Sometimes I sneak it on at work because sometimes you do that. Well, I'm still in my work day here, so like I'll sneak it on, so I can't really be like interacting very much, but I'm listening and I'm watching.
Yeah, I mean the main thing that I want everyone to realize is that we are there for you every step of the way. Whatever it is, we can help. Whether it's vendor matching or something on your mind or something frivolous and silly, we really help. If it's not me, it's my team or my network of experts inside the club. And the community culture is lovely in there, isn't it? So.
Absolutely. I mean, again, when you compare it, and I hate to compare it because you're so far above everything else, but with all these other groups and whatnot that are out there, it's not apples, it's apples to kumquats. It's that different. It's that much better. The information is actually useful. Things I've applied. Is that me?
Yeah, I'm still with you. It's funny.
So and to take that a step further, I think one of the things that really kind of just like set it so far above and beyond was during that program, live class, master class rather. I had asked a question, and then you had said, "Oh, would you share it?" It was about something to write on the back of the program, and I sent it to you, and you actually, interacted with me one-on-one, and I think that beyond, it was just so, you really felt like you were part of something, and even at a deeper level, and that really kind of cemented. I was like, this is one of the best things I've done since I've gotten engaged. So thank you so much, Karen. Really.
Oh gosh, I mean, I love doing this. This is what I love doing. I want to help everyone have their wedding their way and what feels right for them. And that's one of the reasons. So we're in case I missed it, we're closing membership intake to VIB Club for this quarter. We will reopen it again, but not till September. So we're closing it next Thursday because I want to be able to focus properly on every member, and we're getting kind of people coming in, and I don't want it to be too much that we can't give that personal attention. So if you want to join, please do, the link above, please do join before we close.
I highly recommend it. Everyone should join. Absolutely. It's really amazing. And you get that bag. It's the best thing ever.
I just thought a members club is fun, but people like stuff, and I like stuff. I wanted to send every member also gets one of those. It's
not just something that's going to go in like your wedding box. Like, it's actually something you're going to use. So I love useful stuff.
So what would you say to someone who's on the fence maybe about joining, like thinking, oh, should I spend the money, or do I really need it, or I've booked some vendors? Because there's also got a lot of wedding vendor discounts, but I think, there's...
I've already taken the links for my ketubah, and quite honestly, like both my fiance and I, I'm 100% Jewish, but we weren't raised in a very Jewish household, so there's a lot of things I don't inherently know, nor does my mother. So I can call her friends, but I don't really want to. No. Or I can go on, in the VIB club, and almost every question I've had, the answer is there. I mean, they're all there. And to anyone who's on the fence, I mean, there are things you wouldn't even think. You're like, oh wow, I never would have thought. It happens, I'm going to say on like a tri-weekly basis, if not more, where I'm like, oh, let me reference, the VIB club, and the answers are there. And it's just incredible. And the ideas and the community, and everyone's kind of, there's a real sense of community within the group as well that you just don't get in other groups, or, even from your family and friends. I mean, it's an open forum, and you really have the ability to ask what you want and find out things that you wouldn't even think to ask, or think, it's just day in, day out, I would say I'm learning something new from you guys. So,
you've got to get back to your work. You very kindly slotted me some time, so I'm so grateful, and it's just so fantastic to see you finally in person. And we're gonna, I will close the split screen, but I'm going to be in touch with you over the weekend. So you have a wonderful evening and rest of your day.
Everyone should join, by all means. Really, truly, it's amazing.
You're wonderful,
and I'm not getting freebies to say it. I swear. It really.